Welcome to KTN Sport. And the World Anti-Doping Agency Director General David Howman says that the international body is keenly following what is happening in Kenya as the deadline to comply with the WADA code draws closer. Meanwhile, the International Association of Athletics Federation IAAF President Seb Coe has continued his tough stance on doping, saying that offenders should get a life ban in order to completely clean up the sport.
The world continues to wait in bated breath to what will become of Kenya's Rio Olympic situation as the deadline to comply with the World Anti-Doping Agency code draws closer. However, according to the World Anti-Doping Agency Executive Director David Howman, a definite rule on the Kenyan case has not been made.
The International Federation is also looking at what's going on in Kenya and also at the present already conducting tests within Kenya. So those are the two answers to initial questions. Should Kenya be non-compliant? That's a decision for another day.
Last week, the IAAF said Kenya, Ethiopia, Morocco, Ukraine and Belarus had been listed as in critical care over the anti-doping arrangements, although none of them were at risk of immediate ban or missing the Rio Olympics.
The National Anti-Doping Agency is non-compliant. It doesn't automatically affect participation in an event.
Over 40 Kenyan athletes have failed drug tests in the last 2 years. The World Anti-Doping Agency, however, continues to fight for a clean sport at a time positive tests are on the rise. WADA is urging stakeholders to be more proactive in this crunch time.
Every year you should have on your calendar, 1st of October, let's look at the list to see if there are changes.
On his side, the International Association for Athletics Federation IAAF President Seb Coe continues to advocate for life bans to offenders in a bid to keep the sport clean.
And this is a personal view. I actually favour life bans. I always have done. I don't believe any longer that we are in a world where there's any ambiguity about this. The code is not arcane maritime law. It isn't sort of something we don't really understand. Athletes know that there is a real risk if they step outside the system and cheat. And yes, of course, my natural instinct is to get the cheats out of sport for life.
IAAF will continue having its spotlight on Kenya with questions on Athletics Kenya commitment to fighting doping, especially after athletes representative Noah Ngeny quit his post citing frustrations. Lynn Washira, KTN.